In Richmond High School baseball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. This afternoon, the Red Devils back in North Central Conference action as they'll take on the Bearcats of Muncie Central. Richmond losing last night to the Bearcats up in Muncie by a final of 10-5. We'll talk about that game coming up throughout tonight's broadcast. Red Devils now 3-4 overall. They're now 2-1 in the NCC for the Muncie Central Bearcats. That was a much-needed win last night. They're now 2-3. In the overall play so far this year, 1-0 in the NCC. When we come back on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll look back at last night's game and give you the starting lineups coming up in this one here tonight. This is Richmond Baseball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Hi, this is Troy Darengowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners. Back once again here at McBride Stadium on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show last night. Red Devils go to Muncie. They have had some tough times up in Muncie over the last couple of years, and it certainly proved to be true last night. Red Devils did pick up 5 runs, but they gave up 10 on the night. The pitching wasn't there the way they had hoped to. No Hartley got the start. He was he lasted 1 1/3 innings and gave up a strikeout and a walk, but then Spencer Landman, one of their veterans from a year ago, 1 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 of those earned, so a couple of errors thrown in there for the Red Devils, and what hurt Spencer last night was the 5 walks he gave up to Muncie Central, and they took advantage of those 5 walks. Red Devils were led by Mikey Vance. He went 2 for 3 with a run and a stolen base. Tyler Stanley had a pretty good night. He was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Phillip Hobbs, who will get the start tonight for Richmond, he went 2 for 4, drove into and scored a run. Austin Turner, the all-NCC shortstop, 1 for 3 and a run scored, and Thomas Stanley also had a couple of RBI. Parker Smith drove in a run and also had a stolen base. First time I've seen this team, in fact, here at McBride Stadium. I saw the Red Devils earlier this year in their 5-0 loss up at Northeastern a few weeks ago, and the one thing the Red Devils have not done very well consistently is hit the baseball. Last night, to give you an idea in the scoring of the runs department, they left 18 runners on base in that 10-5 loss. They've got to find a way tonight to get these guys not only in scoring position, but get them across the plate. We mentioned Phillip Hobbs will be going tonight for the Red Devils. We'll talk about his numbers coming up in just a few moments. He'll be faced a pretty good Stevenson kid for Muncie Central tonight. We'll talk about him as well. There's not a whole lot of numbers on this Bearcat basketball team going into, or I should say baseball team going into tonight's matchup, but a lot of these players played on the basketball team, so it gives you a pretty good idea. They're a very athletic team, but from the baseball standpoint, again, it's been a little bit different over the last couple of years for the Bearcats. We'll come back, get you the starting lineups coming up. The Bearcats taking their final warm-up infield prep so far, and once they get done, they'll get things rolling here. And by the way, we're about a half-hour earlier start tonight than we normally would have been. It was supposed to be a 6 o'clock start time, but because the light's not working here at McBride Stadium, the game has been moved to 5:30 or maybe a little bit past, as we're going to be maybe 2 or 3 minutes past 5:30 before we get this one started here tonight. Stay right there. This is the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU. Focused on you.
Here's how the Bearcats will line up tonight. Again, they're 2-3 overall, 1-0 in the NCC. Joey Davis will lead things off. He'll be in left field, batting second at second base, Jacob Miller. Xavier Cleese, the number 3 hitter tonight. He'll be in center field, the cleanup hitter, and at first base is Zach Schultz. Hitting fifth and catching, John Gallatin. Hitting sixth and DHing will be Travis Clark. Hitting sixth and playing at shortstop is Stephen Mann. Batting seventh, or should say batting eighth, is Tyler Rogers. He'll be at third base, and batting ninth will be Zach Garnett, and he will be in right field. So it's Davis, Miller, Cleaves, Schultz, Gallatin, along with Clark, Mann, Rogers, and Garrett tonight for the Muncie Central Bearcats. For the Red Devils tonight, Austin Turner will lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. Batting second will be Darius Clemens. He'll be the first baseman. Thomas Stanley in center field. He bats third. The cleanup hitter is Tyler Stanley. He's at third base. Hitting fifth and pitching tonight, Philip Hobbs. Hitting sixth and catching, James Hall. The seventh hitter tonight for the Red Devils, Parker Smith. He'll be at second base. Mikey Vance hitting eighth in left field. And hitting ninth and DHing will be Mason Brewer. He'll be DHing tonight for the right fielder, Austin Jones. So again, for Richmond tonight, it's Turner, Clemens, Stanley, along with Tyler Stanley, Hobbs, Hall, Smith, Vance, and Brewer. The lineups are set. Both teams ready to go here tonight. The coaches meeting right now at home plate, going over the ground rules, and we're moments away from getting this one started here tonight. This once again has been the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. We'll get this one underway in just a few moments right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
When it comes to coverage of high school, college, and professional sports in Richmond and Wayne County, Radio Troy Digital Sports is a game changer. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski. We are now your one-stop website for the best sports coverage in the area. From the Red Devils to the Colts and the Hoosiers, we have you covered. Check out the daily sports page, player and coach interviews, play-by-play of high school and college athletics, and much, much more. Check it out every day on radiotroy.com.
He worked out early, practiced late, and studied well into the night. The next day, he did it all over again.
She missed time hanging out and socializing with friends so she could make it on time to practices and games.
He became a top student and a confident leader, even as he helped his team win back-to-back conference titles.
She became a role model in her community, even as she led her team to an undefeated season.
And when they finished playing high school sports, what did they do next?
She graduated from college with honors and went to work for a successful company.
He attended graduate school and became a difference maker in his community.
Because that's what student athletes in Indiana do. They use the skills they develop playing high school sports today
to do even bigger things in life tomorrow.
High school sports.
A winning part of a complete education.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond. Or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back once again here at McBride Stadium as the right-hander, the sophomore Philip Hobbs, getting his warm-up tosses in as they're facing a Bearcat lineup again who scored 10 runs last night. Red Devils leaving 18 runners on base last night. We'll see how that all plays out here this evening. By the way, Philip off to a good start. He is 2-0 on the year with an ERA of 0.66. Red Devils as a pitching staff, not bad either. Their total pitching staff at 3.98 despite giving up the 10 runs last night. This Richmond team, at least from what we see on paper so far, just having a hard time getting runs across the plate when they certainly need them. So we'll find out if they'll be able to do it here tonight against Muncie Central. Davis, Miller, and Cleaves will lead things off of the Bearcats, and it's a beautiful night. Probably will get a little bit cooler as we go along, but still not a bad day, and light breeze. It has been blowing probably from left to right, pretty much gone now here at McBride Stadium, so it shouldn't be a factor here tonight whatsoever. So here we go, final warm-up toss by Hobbs, and we're set to go with Joey Davis leading things off, the left fielder here for Muncie Central. Here at McBride Stadium, 323 down the left field line, 375 in left center. It will take a poke to get it out of here in dead center. It is 402. 350 in right center, and 311 down the right field line. A very big ballpark, and again, we will be calling the action outside first base and down third base as well. And there's a lot of room behind home plate and a lot of room as well down the line. So here we go. First pitch by Hobbs is on the way, and it's low and outside, ball one. We'll set that defense for you coming up in just a moment. Davis back in. Hobbs' next pitch on the way is a fastball. That one right back up the middle, and for Davis, he takes it right back where it came from. So Davis, a leadoff single there for the Bearcats.
Next, number 8, Jacob Miller.
And so Muncie Central with a man on here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Jacob Miller. Hall behind the plate for Richmond. Clemens at first. Smith is at second. Turner at short. Tyler Stanley down at third. Vance in left. Thomas Stanley in center. And Jones in right. The stretch and the pitch. The bunt is fouled away. So Miller trying to advance the runner here in the top of the first inning. And that certainly is respect from a standpoint, knowing that Hobbs has gotten off to a good start at 2-0. They want to get a run early, kind of set the tone, as Tyler Stanley will come in close at third. Throw to first, tag laid on, and they got him. So Hobbs, a nice move to first base. The tag laid on by Clemens, and that'll do it for Joey Davis. So a base runner is now gone. The bunt will be off as well. So with one away, Miller stands in with the count at no balls and a strike. Here's the wind of the pitch by Hobbs, and it's in there for strike two. Hobbs, again, just a sophomore, got some time in the outfield last year, but now being counted on more on the mound and in the field. There's a swing and a miss as Miller goes for the high fastball. First strikeout on the night now for Hobbs, and with two away, that'll bring up Xavier Cleaves. So good start now for Richmond and Phillip Hobbs. So now Cleaves will step in, another right-handed hitter. This will be a Muncie Central team that is pretty much predominantly right-handed ball club, as that pitch is high and inside, 1-0. And for Phillip Hobbs and any pitcher that we'll talk about here tonight and for the rest of the high school baseball season, the big key is get ahead of the hitters consistently. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball hit foul, and Cleaves waiting back on that breaking pitch. And the count is even at 1-1. Sometimes the key for so many high school pitchers is what will they do from a pitching standpoint? How many pitches do they have? Which ones are the ones they'll get outs with? And that pitch on the inside corner for a strike. And Cleaves behind at 1-2. What pitch will you use when you need to get a strikeout? And let's see what Hobbs will be able to do right here at the 1-2 delivery on the way, and got him. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Phillip Hobbs, and a good start for the Red Devils. And Phillip Hobbs will head to the bottom half of inning number 1 after half inning of play. Muncie Central nothing, Richmond coming to bat. This is Richmond Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports. At Richmond Power and Light, we're committed to Richmond. We've been a part of this community for over 114 years. We're not part of some big energy conglomerate, and we don't answer to out-of-town stockholders. Instead, we are accountable to you. And just like you, we want what's best for our hometown. That means you can count on us to provide reliable electricity at low rates. We are Richmond Power and Light, your hometown electric utility, building Richmond a better tomorrow.
Hey Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for like the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
Hey, reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by Square Donuts of Richmond. Whether it's a delicious breakfast breakfast, afternoon treat, or midnight snack, everyone loves the taste of Square Donuts of Richmond. Enjoy their huge cinnamon rolls or any of the other crowd favorites, including maple bacon, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo cream, pumpkin spice, and many, many more. And, of course, grab those award-winning glazed donuts, voted the #1 donut in the entire state. Proud to be your favorite donut shop, home to the best donuts in town, and the only squares around, Square Donuts of Richmond. The Red Devils batting .321 as a team coming into tonight's single game. So far this year, though, they've only had 9 extra base hits out of their 60 at-bats so far this season. Red Devils have also been kind of slowed in the running department. Only 11 stolen bases, no more than 2 by any one player on this Richmond baseball team, which is unusual. Red Devils generally like to get out and run a little bit, but so far that has not been the case, and a lot of times that'll happen because you've been playing behind in a few of the games so far this year. Their on-base percentage only at .429, their slugging percentage at .374, and they have struck out 45 times so far this season. But those numbers do tell a story that the Red Devils are getting base hits. They're just not able to get them across the plate. Austin Turner will lead things off. Turner at .348 on the year, 3 runs driven in. Turner, an all-NCC performer as a junior last year. Red Devils had come off 3 wins in a row. They beat Connorsville 13-3. They go to Marion. They win a doubleheader there, 16-5 and 10-4, before losing to Muncie last night. There's a swing and a foul ball. Good cut by Turner. And a snowballs and a strike. Red Devils have several players in their lineup hitting over 300. This one is lined into right field. Base hit by Turner. So good start for Austin Turner as the Red Devils have a man on here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Maybe they can make quick work of the right-hander Stevenson here tonight.
15,
Clemens will step up. By the way, Andrew Stevenson, he's a junior. And the right-hander giving up his first base hit of the night. And now let's see if Richmond will run a little bit with Clemens stepping to the plate. Left-handed hitter. And the first pitch, I'm not sure if that was a ball or a strike. I think the umpire started to call it a strike and then didn't, so that's 1-0. He started to put that right hand out and then changed his mind at the last moment. Clemens hitting a .333 with 5 runs driven in. He'll take that for a called strike. And the count is even at 1-1. Stevenson, a quick worker, gets the sign. Third baseman Rogers coming in close. He'll take away the bunt, and that pitch in there for a strike as well. Gallatin is behind the plate with Schultz at first, Miller at second, Mans at short, Rogers at third. We'll get to the outfield in a moment. Runner takes off, the pitch low and outside, throw down to second, and he is safe with a stolen base. So Austin Turner able to get a stolen base. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes to the hitter Darius Clemens. And the pitch by Stevenson on the way, hit foul. Good cut that time by Clemens. Thomas Stanley and Philip Hobbs lead this Richmond baseball team with 9 runs driven in each. Again, no one has hit a home run so far. And only 9 extra base hits. Here's the pitch on the way. It's high and outside. And a full count out of Clemens. Turner with a lead at second base. The stretch by Stevenson in the pitch is up high. That'll be ball 4, and the Red Devils now have runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Thomas Stanley.
Next, number 4, Thomas Stanley.
Of the regulars, Thomas leads this team in batting at .417. We mentioned a little bit ago he's driven in 9. And now Richmond a chance here in the bottom of the first to get a run on the board. He'll show a bunt. He bunts first base side. That's going to stay fair. Stanley down the line. Good job by Stevenson as he hustles over and flips on to first base, and Schultz will step on the bag. But Thomas Stanley does his job with the 1-3 sacrifice. And now the Red Devils have runners at second and third with one out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's Tyler Stanley. Tyler hitting at .312. He has driven in 3. Outfielder Davis, Cleaves, and Garrett are straight away. The pitch on the way. That one hit hard by the outstretched glove of Rogers into left field. Turner will score. And the Red Devils have runners at first and third, but the ball gets away. Good heads-up play by Tyler Stanley as he'll take second base. So for Tyler Stanley, 4 runs driven in, and Richmond gets on the board here in the first inning, and that'll bring up now Philip Hobbs. Hobbs hitting .381. He also has 9 runs driven in. The stretch by Stevenson in the pitch is in there for a strike. Base hit right here, possibly could score 2. Clemens down at third. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's up high for a ball. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Boy, set the tone early in games and make the other team play from behind. It adds a lot of pressure to the other team defensively and also from the pitching side. This one is hit well down the line. This could be trouble. That's going to fall in for extra bases. Clemens will score. Stanley rounding third. He's going to score. The ball ends up going through the gate down in the corner. So they will allow both runs to score, and Philip Hobbs will go in with a double, and he drives in 2 runs, now has 11 on the year, and Richmond off to a good start, now leading this one 3-0. Still just 1 away here in the bottom half of the first inning. And here's catcher James Hall. Richmond right now hitting the ball very well. You look at Turner, his was a solid base hit. Tyler Stanley and Philip Hobbs also with solid hits. There will be a courtesy runner down at second base now for Richmond. And I think that's going to be Landman, Spencer Landman, who will be at second base now for Richmond. So now once they make the change, James Hall will step to the plate. Hall at .278. He has 3 runs driven in. Still just 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Stevenson gets the sign again from Gallatin. Here's the pitch on the way, and this one hit back up the middle, just a soft hit. Coming over Miller, the second baseman, the throw to first in time. And Hobbs will stay at second base. So 1 pitch, 1 out there for Hall. And 2 away here now in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Parker Smith. Parker on the year, hitting .231. He has a couple of runs driven in. The stretch by Stevenson in the pitch lifted to the right side. The first baseman Schultz gives it a look, and also coming over the right fielder Garrett. Again, there's a lot of room down each foul line, between the foul line and the fence, though the warning track area is in a little disarray, so the players will have to be pretty careful going each way. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's up high. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hobbs at second, representing perhaps Richmond's 4th run. Swing and a miss. And Parker behind out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch by Stevenson and the pitch on the way. This one is poked back up the middle. This is going to be a tough play. Man charging, and he won't make the play. Hobbs will advance on to third, and that'll be an infield base hit for Parker Smith. And now Mikey Vance will step to the plate with runners at first and third and still just 2 away. And this will be the 8th hitter now to hit for the Red Devils here in the bottom of the first inning. That back with Hobbs being courtesy ran for. That is Spencer Landman again down at third. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's inside for a ball. With the courtesy runner in high school baseball, it gives the pitcher a chance to get out and get a little extra rest, and with the pitch count the way it is now new in high school baseball, that is a huge factor. Here's a strike. 120 pitches is the pitch limit. That's a lot when you consider a 7-inning ball game. Here's a pitch that's outside. Two balls and a strike. Now to Vance. Outfield straightaway. Cleaves with plenty of speed in center. The stretch again by Stevenson, and the pitch is high and inside, and Stevenson will find his night very short if he continues to get behind the hitters. Already giving up 3 runs here in the first inning. Landman down at third. Parker Smith at first. The stretch by Stevenson. Here's the pitch. And that's outside for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning already by Stevenson. And that'll bring up Mason Brewer. Brewer in limited action this year, hitting at .444. Now Stevenson in trouble here in the first inning, throws a strike to Brewer. Well, you can already tell the Red Devils are not a power gap type hitting team. They're going to beat you with singles. That one is chopped foul. And they're playing 90 feet at a time. You really didn't see the Red Devils other than the stolen base by Austin Turner. They weren't really attempting to run very much from the hitters we saw on base. The stretch and the 0-2 pitch, and it's low and outside. This could be an interesting night with this home plate umpire. Sometimes it's hard to tell what he is calling. And the count 1-2 now to Brewer. Light breeze around home plate, but again, nothing in dead center. The stretch and the pitch by Stevenson is high and inside, and the count is even at 2-2. And right now, I don't know how many pitches that Stevenson has thrown. It's quite a few here in the first inning. He's not going to last very long, even with the pitch count that he has to work through here tonight. And that pitch is up high. And nowhere to go now with the number 9 hitter, Mason Brewer. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, and the bases are loaded. And this is a hitter's pitch right here. The stretch and the delivery on the way, low and outside for ball 4. Red Devils get another run as Landman will cross the plate. 3 walks in the inning.
Up to bat, number 27, Austin.
And Austin Turner back again. Now, I would say that there would be someone in the bullpen, but there are no bullpens down the line the way there was the last few years. For whatever reason, they have eliminated the bullpens, and Muncie Central had to go warm up in a cage to our right. Their starting pitcher, Stevenson, had to do that, so I'm not sure how they're going to work this with no bullpen to work with. As Turner back in once again, his second time at the plate. This one is hit to right field. Garrett going back on it. Garrett, I think he lost it. Base hit. Another run will score. That is Smith. Vance will score. Brewer heading to third, and Austin Turner has a double, and the Red Devils now lead this one 6-0. Right fielder Garrett
Next, number 15, Darius
lost it.
Clemens.
Apparently, I don't think it was in the sun necessarily, but he had a real difficult time finding that baseball. Here's Darius Clemens. And again, the Red Devils lead this 6-0. Stevenson once again set to throw, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Clemens walked and scored here in this first inning. So now Austin Turner 2 for 2 on the night. The pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Question is, how much patience do you have with Stevenson here tonight? Now they may just go with him knowing that his pitch count continues to get very high here in the inning. That one is swung on and hit foul. 2 balls and a strike now to Clemens. Red Devils with 4 base hits to go along with the 3 walks. Stevenson looks at the runner at third. The pitch on the way to the plate, and a good cut that time by Clemens. He'll foul it away. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Red Devils back here Saturday, and they'll play Newcastle in a scheduled doubleheader. Stevenson with the sign and the pitch on the way. Popped him up on the left side, the third baseman Rogers. And Rogers can't make the play as he falls on the warning track just in front of the Muncie Central dugout. So now the Red Devils will have Clemens step back in and get another opportunity to hit here in the first inning. Richmond also, at this point, after going back to last night, they have already outscored the amount of runs they had in last night's loss as Clemens hits that foul. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, in the second time around, you really have seen just about everything a pitcher can throw, especially when you're talking about now 11 batters going to the plate here in the first inning. That breaking pitch is outside. Well, there's a thing that I learned earlier today about you either buy a pitch or you rent a pitch. If you're feeling pretty good about your fastball, you're going to come with it to try to get the strikeout. And apparently this young man right here feels pretty good about his off-speed pitch, but it is not working tonight. He gives up another walk. Well, they're going to say take that back. It is still 3 balls, 2 strikes, so Clemens back in. Again, 2 away. We're still in the first inning. The pitch hit well down the line, but that's going to be foul. Good cut there again by Clemens. We'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. 6-0 Richmond. All started with Austin Turner. He is currently standing down at second base. Brewers at third. The stretch by Stevenson. And, boy, that's a tough call right there against Clemens, as the home plate umpire said that caught the inside corner. So finally the third out, but Richmond 6 runs here in the bottom of the first inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond 6 and Muncie Central nothing. This is Richmond Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Well, for Philip Hobbs, he has plenty of run support already after 6 runs by the Red Devils in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Schultz, Gallatin, and Clark all due up for the Bearcats here in inning number 2. Boy, a long rest there for Philip Hobbs other than the base hit. He was on the bench for quite some time. He should be really fresh here in the second inning. Here's the pitch by Hobbs, and it's low and inside for a ball. Red Devil outfield is straight away with Vance, Thomas, Stanley, and Jones. That pitch right down the middle for a strike. course, Thomas Stanley, all-NCC performer last year, back out in center field. Here's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. And Schultz behind at 1-2. 2 strikeouts already now by the right-hander Hobbs. Here's the leg kick and the pitch. He comes inside and jams him. Slow roller. Coming on is the shortstop, Turner, and he throws to first and gets the out rather easily. Now, Schultz not exactly the fastest guy down the line, but I thought that might be a little closer play than it was. So now with 1 out, here's Gallatin stepping to the plate, the catcher. You look at Cleaves, Gallatin. There's at least 2 guys that played basketball for the Bearcats this year. Check swing, it's in there for a strike. Good breaking pitch there by Hobbs. And the count at 0-1. Here's the wind and the 0-1 delivery, and it's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, Hobbs is not a big guy. He might go 5'9", maybe in that area. Here's your 1-1 pitch, and he so far has had pretty good command of that fastball as he jumps ahead of Gallatin at 1-2. Gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch and blows it by him. 3rd strikeout now for Hobbs. And 2 quick outs now here in the top of inning number 2, and that'll bring up now Clark.
Up next, number 19, Jacob Clark.
Jacob DHing, and one of your few left-handed hitters here tonight for the Bearcats as he'll DH for Stevenson. And the pitch is on the way. This one is lined over the head of Turner into left field, so the Bearcats get their 2nd base hit of the ballgame. Pretty good hit ball that time by Clark as he goes the opposite way. And that'll bring up now the shortstop, Stephen Mann. Boy, left-handed hitters, we're right-handed as well. You look at that first pitch, and how often we've talked about it might be the best pitch you'll see in the entire sequence, and a lot of hitters love to go after that first pitch knowing it's probably going to be a fastball. This one is hit to shallow right field. Coming on is Jones, and diving the second baseman, and that is going to be a nice effort there by Smith. The throw to third is going to be knocked down by Stanley. And so a bloop base hit by Stephen Mann. That's a pretty good effort that time by the Red Devil second baseman Smith. Good base running by Clark, knowing there were 2 outs. And he was on his horse and on his way to third, and here's Tyler Rogers. So now the Bearcats trying to get on the board after the solid single by Clark. And the Mann bloop base hit, almost caught by Smith. So here's Rogers. And a throw to first not in time. We saw earlier Joey Davis getting picked off in the first inning. Bearcats now with 3 base hits. The stretch by Hobbs. He'll check the runners and throw back to first, not in time. Well, 6-0 lead, I think, at this point for Hobbs so early in the ball game. Worry about Rogers. Get your 3rd out, get out of the inning. The pitch on the way is a called strike, and there is how you start, to get ahead of the hitter. I have a feeling the way this one is going so far, unless Muncie stops the bleeding, Richmond's going to get more than 6. There's another throw, and he threw it away. That's the mistake you make right there. So Clark will score. Mann will round second. He's going to head to third. Here's the throw. The tag laid on, and they got him. And that's a bad base running error that time by Stephen Mann. But the Bearcats able to pick up a run here in the top half of inning number 2. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 2, and the Red Devils on top of this one, 6-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Harrington Hoke Insurance. At Harrington Hoke, they spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable because their focus is on insurance, and that's it. They're on top of industry changes and are a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal, life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Hoke insures it. Give them a call at 962-9502 or go to their website, harringtonhoke.com, for more information. Thomas Stanley will step to the plate here in inning number 2. Red Devils sent 11 runners to the plate. In the first inning, Thomas was a sacrifice in the first, got those runners to second and third, so he has no official at bat as Stevenson back in, and the pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Someone looking out at the scoreboard, but here we go. This one is lifted high into left field. Davis is there, makes the catch, 1 away here in the second. And that'll bring up now Tyler Stanley.
Up next, number 16, Tyler Stanley.
Tyler singled and scored, drove in a run in the first inning. Stevenson set to throw in the right-hander's first pitch. That'll be by the third baseman Rogers and into left field. So Tyler Stanley is now a perfect 2-2. And the Red Devils have a man on here in the second. Here's Hobbs, doubled and drove in a couple of runs in that 6-run first inning. Tell you what, the third baseman Rogers, he's had some hot shots going his way here in the first couple of innings. And time is called before the pitch as Hobbs steps away. Stevenson checks the runner first. Here's the pitch, and this one is hit well into left field. Davis has no chance to get to this one, as that'll land on the warning track. Hobbs is going to have another extra base hit. Tyler Stanley slow getting to third. I'm not sure what his holdup was, but he does make it to third base, and for Philip Hobbs, his second double of the night. Either Tyler Stanley, as again we'll see Landman courtesy running down at second base. Either Tyler Stanley thought that ball was going to leave the ballpark and got caught watching, or he forgot how many outs there were, but he got a late start on that hit by Hobbs. Here's James Hall. Hall grounded out his first time up as Stevenson set to go to work, and that pitch in the dirt, good job by the catcher to knock that down. If that gets by the catcher, and there's, again, a lot of room behind home plate, you're going to score at least one. And we've seen many base runners down at second base score from second when that ball gets loose, if it caroms around the backstop. Here's the pitch, low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. We just talked about Richmond in the pregame not having a whole lot of extra base hits, and now Philip Hobbs helping his cause with 2 here tonight. That pitch is low and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Now to James Hall. Stevenson once again set to throw on the pitch. Lays that one right down the middle. Hall taking all the way as you would expect at 3-0. They're in on the corners as Stevenson's next pitch on the way, hit back up the middle. That one caught a piece of the mound. Man, the shortstop, high throw, and they'll get the out at first, but a run will score. Hobbs will advance on to third. Hall gets the RBI.
Up next, number 8, Parker Smith.
And now the Red Devils on top of this one, 7-1. Again, 2 outs with Parker Smith. Got the infield base hit, a run scored in the first inning. Hits this one well into left field. Davis, he will not get to it. As the runner will score, that is Landman once again. The pinch runner crossing the plate, and Parker Smith has another base hit. He has driven in a run, and the Red Devils now lead this one 8-1. Here's Mikey Vance. Richmond jumping all over Stevenson here tonight, and he must have done something wrong. They're not taking him out anytime soon as Vance fouls this one away. They're letting him take a beating so far here in the first 2 innings. Stretch once again by Stevenson. That one just got a piece of it by Vance. He falls down, no balls and 2 strikes. Smith with the lead at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball stays up high. Richmond coming back with the 2 runs after 6 in the opening inning, and that pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, again, watching the home plate umpire look like he was about ready to call the 3rd strike that time on Vance. The break-even pitch on the way, and again, we'll see Vance get a piece of it. Cat will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This has been a long couple of innings so far, simply because Richmond able to put some runs on the board. Again, Stevenson missing outside, and a full count. Well, apparently they're going to let Stevenson maybe just throw his amount of pitches he can throw tonight. The runner takes off. There's a swing and a miss, and Vance will strike out. That will end the inning, but Richmond again picking up 2 more runs on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It's Richmond 8, Muncie Central 1. This is Richmond Baseball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, now they have some base issues down at second, so while they're taking care of second base, want to remind you tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-30-400.
Starting off, number 13, Tyler Rogers.
Rogers will lead things off now for the Bearcats. He was at the plate when Stephen Mann was thrown out at third base after the throwing error by Philip Hobbs that allowed Travis Clark to score the only run so far for the Bearcats in the second inning. Rogers at least gets a little bit of a look at Hobbs, so Phillip back in. The right-hander set to throw, and the pitch on the way. Grounded up the middle. Should be a routine play here for Turner, but he bobbles it as that one hits off his throwing hand.
Next up,
and that'll be an error on the Red Devil shortstop. Of course, it is already well documented that this playing surface is not very good as it continues to deteriorate. Here's Garrett, now the number 9 hitter, as Hobbs set to throw, and the pitch is a called strike. The foul pole, or I should say the light pole that had fallen on the playing surface sometime over the winter, has left some huge gashes down the third base side. There's another fastball up high. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Those divots are still very visible. But again, just the surface itself has been almost unplayable at times, according to the players when you talk to them. And I would imagine that as that one is hit foul, I would imagine if you talk with shortstops like Austin Turner, as he continues to look at that throwing hand, he probably saw that thing come off and take a really bad hop on him at one point. Thought maybe it was going to come up a little bit more as that pitch in the dirt. Good job by Hall. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Center fielder Thomas Stanley a little bit shaded toward right field as he has closed that gap between he and Jones. As Hobbs set to throw on the next pitch, swing and a miss. And that'll be the 4th strikeout now by Hobbs. 1 away here in the 3rd inning. That'll bring up now Joey Davis. Davis singled and then was picked off at first base. Throw to first, tag laid on, and boy, I tell you what, I thought they got him that time. Rogers was caught leaning. Yeah, that was a pretty good move that time by Phillip Hobbs. Stretch once again by Hobbs. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Bearcats with 3 base hits as we play here in the top of the 3rd inning. The stretch and the pitch on the way. That one bounces again in front of Hall. One thing we saw last year out of Richmond's catcher, James, got a lot of playing time as a sophomore, very solid behind the plate. Hobbs' next pitch on the way took something off that one, and it's in there for a strike. Two and one again to Davis. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Get a chance, we'll try to check out the latest high school baseball polls as we're into the, 3rd week of high school baseball. So the stretch again by Hobbs, and the 2-2 is hit foul. Two balls and 2 strikes now to Joey Davis. Mentioned the Red Devils back on Saturday. There's supposed to be a chance of rain on Saturday. That could be an interesting day with both Seton and Richmond playing a doubleheader each. Hot shot, that'll get by the third baseman Tyler Stanley. Base hit into left field, and then bobbling it is Vance. He was able to recover in time. So now Davis, he is 2 for 2. Here's Jacob Miller. And the Bearcats have runners at first and second. Miller struck out his only plate appearance in the first inning. Red Devils again play at noon and around 2:30 Saturday, followed by the doubleheader by the Cardinals. That one gets by Hall. That'll be a wild pitch. Runners advance now to second and third. And the count 1 ball and no strikes to Miller. Cardinals got a nice win Here the other night, they beat Tri by a final of 10-8. Tri played well in their first several games. Hobbs will now work from the windup with runners at second and third. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball, and a good one at that. Miller way out in front. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hobbs gets the sign. Here's the late kick and the pitch. And is up high at 2-1. His delivery reminds me a lot of Jordan Christian, who played last year for Richmond, part of that very deep starting staff. Here's your 2-1 pitch, and that's in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike now to Miller. Of course, now Jordan playing at Earlham College. He has a couple of wins under his belt in his first year for the Quakers, who play tonight on the road at Mount St. Joe. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's a called strike, or did he walk him? He walked him. I thought that was a strike as well. Hall kind of looks back at the home plate umpire, and I'd be curious to know where that pitch was. So now the bases are loaded. That'll bring up Xavier Cleaves. The one thing the home plate umpire has been guilty of so far is having some bad mechanics when it comes to calling balls and strikes. He's got arms flailing everywhere. Cleaves a strikeout victim back in the first. I know sometimes when the pitch is outside, you don't need to indicate that it was outside unless asked, but his right arm keeps coming up like it's a called strike. First time tonight the Bearcats have had the bases loaded, and Hobbs continues to work from the windup. And the pitch, a good breaking ball in there for a strike. Cleaves a chance to get the Bearcats right back in this. Here in the top of the third inning, again down 8-1. Hobbs' next pitch on the way, blowing outside. Now he's throwing that fastball with some pretty good consistency. Many times he tries to, it looks like, throw a changeup that is not hitting its mark, so he may have to go back working that fastball and that breaking pitch, like that one right there, though it's a little bit low, 2-1. He seems to have a little better command. Generally, they say your number 3 hitter is probably your best. Let's see if Cleaves can come through right here for the Bearcats. Here's your 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's hit back to Turner. Turner flips on to the second baseman Smith on to first, and they get the double play, though that was a tough call at first base as well. A 6-4-3 double play. That'll end the inning there for the Bearcats. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 3. Red Devils on top of this one, 8-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive," and so now I am. Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive and I approve this message.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all hand-picked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarSales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars. Did you know Richmond High School offers 15 advanced placement courses through a partnership with the University of Notre Dame? Did you know Richmond High School had the first high school orchestra in the United States? And did you know Richmond High School is home to a national championship team in the Business Professionals of America? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com. They mentioned earlier, before we get to a new picture now by the Bearcats, the latest high school polls are out. Carmel, Fishers, Hamilton Southeastern, Carroll, and Cathedral are your number 1 teams in 4A, and 3A Crawfordsville is followed by Northview, Jasper, New Pal, and Western. In 2A, it's Providence, Lafayette Central Catholic, South Spencer, Austin, and Ritter. And in single A, it's South Newton, Fort Wayne Blackhawk, Lanesville, Daleville, and Hauser. Hagerstown is ranked number 6 in single A this week. So those are the latest high school baseball polls. New pitcher Alex Sears, a right-hander, a junior, now getting some opportunities to throw here in the bottom half of the third inning. It'll be Brewer, Turner, and Clemens. Sears will get his final warm-up tosses. As we had mentioned, high school baseball really doesn't do a very good job across the board in keeping their statistics updated. The North Central Conference may be as guilty as anyone. Only 7 teams have reported any statistics this week to maxpreps.com. And so it's awful hard to keep up with what each individual team is doing. Unlike basketball, where just about everybody has their statistics, but baseball is still far behind as Brewer steps to the plate. Red Devils do a good job keeping their stats updated. As now Sears will work from the stretch. His first pitch on the way, and it's a foul ball by Brewer. That time looked like Sears kind of brought that one over the top on a breaking pitch, and if he signals that too much more, good hitters will figure that one out pretty quick. Sears again will get the sign, the stretch, and the next pitch on the way is hit out of play. And again, it's a motion that he brings out and really shows you the baseball before he delivers. I would think that would be a huge advantage for a hitter. A lot of pitchers like to hide that baseball as long as they can before the actual delivery, but right now Sears is showing it pretty well. Here's the stretch again by the right-hander, and the pitch on the way, hit back up the middle. That will get through for a base hit. So the Red Devils continue to hit the baseball as Brewer able to get his first base hit, and here is Austin Turner. Turner, 2 for 2, a double, stolen base. He has scored a run. Turner, as we'd mentioned, one of the solid performers in the North Central Conference, his junior and now senior season. We'll get his first look now at Sears. Time will be called. Sears taking way too long. You know, it's curious about Sears. If pitchers do their homework and they can get a hold of some stats like you can with Richmond, you know they're not a running baseball team. Why are you worried about Brewer down at first base? Here's the pitch, and low and inside for a ball. You've got a hitter like Turner, you better be careful. You've got your concentration level so divided between the pitcher and the guy at first base, you have a tendency to make a mistake, and you can't do that against an Austin Turner. Again, we'll see Sears get the sign from Gallatin. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and he's way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Darius Clemens on deck. Clemens, one of the 6 runs scored back in that first inning. The Red Devils again lead at 8-1. Lost last night, 10-5. Outfield will stay straight away. The stretch again by Sears. And the pitch. Hit well. Third baseman tried to backhand it. Rogers can't come up with it. That'll go into left field as Brewer heads to second base. And so now Austin Turner is 3 for 3. Here's Clemens.
Number 15, Darius Clemens.
Well, Muncie Central has had some years where they've been competitive in high school baseball, but I think overall they've really struggled putting together a solid, consistent baseball program over the years. I mentioned Clemens stepping to the plate, walked and scored in the first, struck out in the first inning as well. Part of the 11 hitters that went to the plate for Richmond. Muncie, though, they have regained a little bit of their credibility in football over the last couple of years after dropping off the radar. They had some solid seasons there for a while in which they would go deep into the playoffs. But baseball, they just never really have been that good year after year. This one is hit into right field. That's a base hit. Brewer, as the right fielder Garrett bobbles the baseball, Brewer will round third and score. Turner will head to third, and the Red Devils now lead this one 9-1. So that'll be an error, a base hit and an error on the right fielder. As now Thomas Stanley will step to the plate. Brewer again scoring for the Red Devils. That's his first run. About everybody has scored a run other than James Hall and Thomas Stanley. Turner at third, Clemens at first. The stretch again, and the pitch is low for a ball. Again, the Red Devils play Newcastle Saturday if everything holds up according to plan. And I haven't seen Newcastle in the last couple of years. They were very solid there for quite some time. Stretch again by Sears. Here's the pitch. And this one is going to be hit right to the second baseman on a soft liner to Miller. So one away is Thomas Stanley, now 0 for 2.
16, Tyler Stanley.
Here's Tyler Stanley. Tyler, a couple of base hits, couple of runs scored. The Red Devils still with runners at first and third. Tyler hits from the right side. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Austin Turner, 3 base hits here tonight. Couple of doubles by Phillip Hobbs. 2 players that you would expect to do so, and they've come through here this evening. The stretch by Sears. Here's the pitch, and this one hit hard. This time the second baseman, Miller, backhands it. Man on to first, and a double play right there will end the inning. So the Bearcats even the score on that one as they go 4-6-3 on the double play. And that will end the Red Devils' chances here in the third, but they do pick up a run. We will head to the 4th inning. Red Devils on top of this one, 9-1 in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Did you know Richmond Schools offers an instrumental music program in grades 5 through 12? Did you know Richmond Schools offer classes in Chinese, French, and Spanish? And did you know Richmond offers a full slate of intermediate school athletic programs such as golf, swimming, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com. A reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. With it being Wednesday, it is the turkey breast. Thursday, the Italian BMT, and on Friday, the tuna. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway. Eat fresh. Schultz will lead things off for the Bearcats as we move on to the 4th. It's Schultz, Gallatin, and Clark. Schultz 0 for 1. He had that soft roller to Turner at short. Fly ball into right field. Coming on will be Jones, and Jones will battle that sun and make the catch. And there's one away. Good job by Jones. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up John Gallatin, who struck out back in the 2nd.
7, John Gallatin.
Well, the Red Devils, of course, anybody that plays here at McBride Stadium, when the sun starts to get down a little bit further, those guys on the right side really have to battle that sun throughout the entire game, as that pitch is up high. Watching Jones, in fact, he is shading his eyes most of the time waiting for that pitch. Here's the delivery on the way, popped up to the right side. Clemens in foul territory, makes the catch as he stays with it, and there's 2 away. That's not an easy play either, coming off the playing surface.
Jacob Clark.
As Clark will step to the plate, he singled and scored in the second inning. You come off of that dirt onto the grass in foul territory, and a lot of you didn't see it because of where our camera location is, but there's a dip over there at McBride Stadium, which needs to be repaired one of these days, and Clemens did a nice job staying with it. Pitch low and inside, 1-0. Clark, the only run scored so far for the Bearcats. The pitch by Hobbs on the way, and it's outside, I think. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, as here's the leg kick and the pitch. There's a called strike. Red Devil outfield pretty much not only straight away, but they're rather shallow, especially in center and left field. Ground ball right back to Hobbs. He will field his position well. Flips on now to the first baseman, Clemens. And that'll do it for the Bearcats here in the 4th inning. They go down 1-2-3 for the second time here tonight. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 4. Red Devils on top of this one, 9-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Well, the Red Devils could make a short night of this if they can pick up a couple of runs right here and go into the 5th inning with a 10-run lead. Hobbs, Hall, and Smith all due up, and then get a look at the right-hander Sears. Sears throwing 1 inning. That was the 3rd inning after Stevenson got battled around for 8 runs in the first 2 innings. So again, Sears taking his final warm-up tosses. You know, there's a huge difference between college baseball and high school baseball, and what we see in college, they really work these guys quickly. They'll get you get your warm-up tosses in. You don't get 7 or 8. You might get 5 or maybe 6 at the most, and they're ready to go. But in high school baseball, some of the umpires let these guys throw and throw and throw, and really slows down the game quite a bit. And that's what they've let Sears do so far. Now, they may give Sears a little bit of a break because of the lack of bullpens here at McBride Stadium. Well, here's Hobbs. He has done his job tonight, both as a pitcher and a hitter. 2 doubles. He has scored a couple of runs. He has driven in a couple of runs. Chance to go to 3-0 on the season. Here's the stretch by Sears. And the pitch on the way, hit foul. Hobbs trying to, like Austin Turner, to have a 3-for-3 night. Sears, the right-hander, gets the side again from Gallatin as he works into the stretch, and the pitch on the way is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Red Devils set the tone in this one so early. They had taken a lot of the energy out of this Bearcat baseball team after the Bearcats won last night 10-5. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch on the way, bouncing in the dirt. Want to check out Richmond's baseball schedule and their softball schedule and more, RichmondRedDevils.com will have all the schedules for this spring season, which is about halfway through. Hard hit. Third baseman Rogers got a glove on it, can't hold on, and Hobbs will be on base. He takes the big turn as Davis able to get the ball back in the infield. So Hobbs now 3 for 3.
Number 17, James Hall.
And that'll bring up James Hall. I would imagine Rogers feels like he's being picked on. We'll see Landman, I believe, as the courtesy runner again down at first base for the third time here tonight. Once they get Landman set to go, here we go as James Hall steps in. 0 for 2, one of the few tonight without a base hit. He and Thomas Stanley looking for a hit. Mikey Vance walked his first time up. He's still looking for a hit as well as that pitch is inside. This is the first time that we see James Hall facing the right-hander Sears. It has been all Richmond from the very beginning. Stretch again by Sears. And the pitch on the way took something off that one, and Hall way out in front. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sears a peek down at first base. Hobbs gets the lead. Here's the stretch. Sears comes home, and there's a swing and a miss. I take it back again. Landman is at first base. And the count 1-2. Now to James Hall. Landman threw last night. We mentioned the 5 walks. Certainly didn't help his cause. Here's the stretch. And the 1-2 pitch. It's up high. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, worst thing you can have with your ball club down 9-1 is a slow-working pitcher. Your defense has a tendency to really slow down themselves and not be quite as focused. Here's the break-even pitch inside 3-2. You got to work a little bit quicker. Three balls and 2 strikes now to Hall. See those shadows now starting to make their way around home plate right across the pitcher's mound as well, and sometimes that can be a struggle for a hitter. Here's the payoff pitch on the way, and it's up high for ball 4. So now the Red Devils have runners at first and second. And that'll bring up now Parker Smith.
Up next, number 8, Parker Smith.
Smith, an infield base hit back in the first and a single in the second inning. And we will have another courtesy runner down at first base. This time, Red Devils will be going with Noah Hartley. Hartley at 6'6". The Red Devils get a couple of their other pitchers a chance to courtesy run here in the 4th inning. So now Landman at second, Hartley at first, and Parker will step to the plate. Parker with a run driven in. The stretch again by Sears. He'll check the runner at second, come home with a pitch, and this one is tomahawked out of this side of the fence as that one goes foul. Parker had that one up in his eyes and more of a protection swing than anything, and he's down in the count of no balls and a strike. So Smith back in as Sears with the leg kick and the pitch, and this one is hit to the right side. Miller, the second baseman in shallow right field, will make the catch, and there's one away. And that'll bring up now Mikey Vance.
Up next, number 12, Mikey Vance.
Red Devils, by the way, do not have a deep bench to work with tonight because of the junior varsity contest that is being played between Muncie Central and Richmond. So Red Devils don't have much of a bench to choose from. Vance walked and scored in the first inning, struck out in the second, and he'll see his first pitch from Sears outside for a ball. Mentioned Richmond coming in with just 11 stolen bases. They have one tonight, and again, not much of an inclination that they're going to run a whole lot. Swing and a miss. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Red Devils win tonight. They'll move the record to 4-4 on the year. But more importantly, 3-1 in the NCC. That pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike now to Vance. Vance hitting in the number 8 hole. Cleaves hasn't moved a whole lot in center field. In fact, neither is Davis or Garrett. They stay straight away, and that pitch missing badly again. And now you up 3 balls and a strike on Sears. Certainly a hitter's count once again, as Mikey Vance should be looking fastball, anything right across the plate. As you look at the right-hander Sears not wanting to load the bases up for Mason Brewer, and again just 1 out here in the 4th inning. Again, the Red Devils get 2, and that will put the 10-run rule in effect going into the 5th inning. The stretch by Sears, and the pitch on the way, grounded off the glove of Sears. It's going to be a close play at first base, not in time, and the Red Devils have the bases loaded. So Vance will get his first base hit. And Richmond, chance to get some runs on the board here in the 4th inning. Here's Mason Brewer. Brewer walked back in the first inning, singled, and scored in the 3rd. And again, just 1 away. Bearcats got out of a potential jam in that 3rd inning with a double play that ended Richmond's chances after getting at least just 1 run as that pitch way outside. And the count 1 ball, no strikes. Runners will get their leads. Here's the stretch by Sears and the pitch. That one caught the inside corner. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Still just 1 away. See if Richmond can get a base hit right here as Landman is down at 3rd, Hartley at 2nd, Vance at 1st. The pitch inside and high, 2-1. Well, you can tell this young man right here, Sears, not a whole lot of pop on that fastball. He's relying on off-speed pitching and breaking pitches here in this 4th inning as well. Sears will get the sign. Runners will get their leads. Here's the pitch. And that's low and inside for ball 3. So, and again, another hitting situation here. We saw Vance go to 3 balls and a strike and then picks up the infield base hit. And you know right now Brewer will be looking for something right over the plate. The stretch and your 3-1 pitch, and that's a pretty good pitch right there. Check swing by Brewer. And the count now 3-2. Well, again, if Brewer is looking fastball, which he probably should, Sears will look to lay this one across the plate or end up walking another, and that's a pretty good pitch, but low and inside, and now the Red Devils get a run. And what a bad pitch, just too far low and inside. The idea is to give it, at least not give something to hit. They would give up more runs, but also not walk in a run. So now the Red Devils get their 10th run of the ball game, so they have now evened the 10 that Muncie Central scored last night. And now we have a meeting on the mound. We will see the Bearcat head coach come out. That is Corey Roach. talk to his ball club. Want to remind you, tonight's game brought to you in part by Square Donuts of Richmond. Whether it's a delicious breakfast, afternoon treat, or midnight snack, everyone loves the taste of Square Donuts of Richmond. Enjoy their huge cinnamon rolls or any of the other crowd favorites, including maple bacon, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo cream, pumpkin spice, and many, many more. And, of course, grab those award-winning glazed donuts, voted the #1 donut in the entire state. Proud to be your favorite donut shop and home to the best donuts in town and the only squares around, Square Donuts of Richmond. So now here is Austin Turner, 3 for 3 on the night. Infield will play in. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sears into the stretch. Here's the pitch and misses high and inside. Sears again, set to go to work, and the pitch. And that misses high as well, 2-0. Now the Red Devils again need just 1 to put that run rule into effect going into the 5th inning. Not a bad way to come back after getting beat last night in 10-run rule, the team that beat you. That pitch is low, 3-0. There is a left-hander now throwing for the Bearcats. Though what is going to be a little difficult for him, again, there's no bullpen to work with. So he's throwing off the flat ground. I would imagine they'll give him more time if needed. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that one misses high. And that'll walk in a run. That is the 3rd walk in the inning now for Sears. Here's Clemens. So the Red Devils got the 2 runs they needed. Clemens has another visit to the mound, and that means that's going to do it for Sears. And looks like we'll see the left-hander come in. We have a pitching change for the Bearcats. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is coming up in just a moment. 11-1, Red Devils on top on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. This is Richmond Baseball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry, everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Troy Dargowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
By
the way, Tyler Rogers is the new pitcher. He comes over from third, so that means Mann moves over from shortstop to third base. See if we can pick up who the new shortstop is then for the Bearcats. as that looks like that might be number 9, which is Andrew Stevenson. So Stevenson, the original starting pitcher, this one's hit to right field. Garrett coming to his right. He will make the catch. Runner at third will tag. Vance will score. And the Red Devils add another run here in the inning. Now lead this one 12-1. And now 2 away.
Up next, number 4, Thomas Stanley.
Clemens will get an RBI on the sacrifice. Here's Thomas Stanley. Mentioned again, Stevenson now is the new shortstop for the Bearcats, with Mann moving over to third. So Richmond adding their 12th run of the ball game, and here's Thomas Stanley. Stanley still looking for his first hit, and the pitch is up high for a ball. Thomas sacrificed back in the first, flew out in the second, lined out in the third. Popped him up to the left side. This could be trouble. Davis coming over, and that'll be a foul ball. He, along with Stevenson and Mann, down the line, nearly colliding with each other, as that one will fall foul, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch again by Rogers. And this is a pop-up to the left side. The shortstop, Stevenson, will squeeze that one, and that will do it for the Red Devils here in the 4th inning. But Richmond able to pick up 3 more runs, and we will head to the top of inning number 5. Bearcats will have to score at least 2 to stay alive, as they trail this one 12-1 in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners. It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770. Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Harrington Hoke Insurance. At Harrington Hoke, they spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable, because their focus is on insurance, and that's it. They're on top of industry changes and are a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal, life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Hoke insures it. Give them a call at 962-9502 or go to their website for more information at harringtonhoke.com. Well, Stephen Mann is scheduled to lead things off the Bearcats. We'll see if they will go with a pinch hitter here in the 5th inning. Again, they'll have to score 2 to stay alive and make it a 9-run ball game. But it will be Mann to lead things off. I don't know if the Red Devils have made some changes or not. We'll kind of scout around and see if there's any new faces out there. Again, they're very limited on who they can use anyway because of the JV game that's going on. But now Phillip Hobbs will try to finish this one out, and that pitch missing, ball 1. Good night for Hobbs all the way around. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Helps to get that 6 runs in the first inning and give you a lot to work with as a pitcher. And you know you can make a couple of mistakes, and that'll do it for Mann. He had been down 0-2 on that one, and he strikes out. And there's one away here in the 5th inning.
Up next, number 13, Tyler Rogers.
Here's Tyler Rogers, the pitcher. 5 5 strikeouts now by Hobbs. That's the first looking. This one is going to be hit to the first baseman on the line and caught there by Clemens. There's 2 away. So now the Red Devils are 1 out away from winning this one here tonight in 5 innings. And looks like we may have a pinch hitter right here as Stephen McDonald will step in. McDonald hitting in the number 9 hole and pops this one up, and this should do it. As the second baseman is there, as Smith will make the catch, and that was about as quick of a 5th inning as you will see, as the Red Devils will win it here tonight by a final of 12-1. We will come back and put a wrap on this one in just a moment. This is Richmond Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU, focused on you.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com. Well, the Red Devils win it tonight by a final of 12-1. Richmond picking up 12 runs and 13 hits. Phillip Hobbs will get the win. He's now 3-0 on the season. For Muncie Central, they fall to 2-4 on the year, 1-1 in the NCC, as Stevenson will take the loss for the Bearcats. Richmond now 4-4 on the year, 3-1 in NCC play. The Red Devils will be out of action on Saturday as they will take on Newcastle. First game scheduled for noon. Second game at around 2:30, 3 o'clock. We'll have both games for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. But your final score from McBride Stadium, Richmond 12, Muncie Central 1. This is Richmond Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.